Previously on Follow the Leader.
Cool. All right. Sir Craig Darahan. A lot of D names in this one. Holds up his hand and says, Tomas, knock it in. And Tomas the skeleton nods and raises a mason hammer and knocks it back, the keystone, into the foundation. There is immediately a golden light that shoots into the air and then pulses out a ring of gold that blankets the town. And as if on cue, scouts on the outskirts of town blow their horns in warning. An army of the undead comes. And this is the thing. Steadfast was out of the way, was quiet, was the thing is that armies of these size are everywhere in the Gravelands. As they just waves come. There's only going to be a few on the map right now, but just know that they're converging from every side. You see Sir Craig Darahan says, "They come! To arms! To arms!" He draws his sword. The other militiamen, folks have crossbows and spears and pitchforks and stuff as they fight. And you see leading within the group is another undead Pathfinder.
We now return to your game, already in progress.
He wears cleric's robes and a breastplate, and has on his chest the perverted, corrupted symbol of Pharasma, who says, "Finally, we found them. Leave none standing." And they move to attack, and I will have you roll initiative.
Hell yeah.
Rip.
Are any of these guys using deception or diplomacy for their initiative?
They are not. I apologize.
It's fine. One day, somebody's gonna be.
I believe in you.
And that day's gonna be great for me.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 22. Hey, Calibus! Initiative buddies.
Initiative
Hello.
buddies.
Huzzah.
H2 rolled a 10.
Oh, buddy.
It's okay.
It's fine.
Alas.
They can come to you.
We're also initiative buddies because I rolled a 9.
I just want to roll better than that fucking guy who I suspect got the fucking natural 20.
Yep.
Motherfucker. God damn it, Zach.
Oh, this is sorry, wrong. There.
Making it sound like we're about to get into a fucking rap battle.
For our dear listeners, the undead cleric who is going to be a spellcaster got a natural 20 on his initiative for a total of 31.
That's how it goes sometimes.
Yikes.
I don't have to like it though.
As Cedric Dralston, the Ivory Reaper, says, "Yes, kill them all." And he casts a spell on the center of the town and just completely coats it in inky night.
Oh, there it is. I was like, what's that? Makes sense.
Yep. As a cloud of darkness descends. And H2, you are plunged into complete night. Do you have dark vision?
I have low light vision.
then you are now unable to see.
Yep.
He says, "Go, kill them, kill them all." Is he also? What's he going to do? His third action. He's just going to stride up. Next is Ist and Calamus. You can go in whatever order you'd like between the two of you.
Do you want to take it, Anya?
No, you go ahead.
I just wanted one to think about what I was going to do.
Oh, okay. Well, then I can do it. Okay. I'm going to have to move a little bit here. I'm going to kind of skirt around here for one action. Second action, I'll command Digsby, so I'll deal with that in a second. And I guess I'll raise my shield for my third action.
Cool.
And so Digsby, I'm going to have him move here, but I don't want to use his second action because I want to make them have to use an action to come to him. Because if I use his second action, he's just going to be standing there with no additional actions. So I want to make them come to him, or I can get to them next turn. So
Digsby's moving to flank. Cool. All right, Ist.
Alright, I'm gonna start doing the somatic components, muttering under my breath as I summon up the invocation for biting words, as I yell to Seldrick, "Hey, I spoke to Pharasma, she says you're a little fucking bitch, and you need to go home." As I attempt to cast biting words at level 2. That's a 25.
All right.
And I need to roll my additional 2d6 for the mind casting.
25 will hit Seldrick Giles.
So that does a total of 12 sonic damage.
Fantastic. He You think you're funny?
I know I'm funny. And I raise shield by flipping him the bird. Because Shimmer's in front of me. He may now try to kill me, guys, but...
Wonderful. All right, next is the Skeletal Pathfinders, one of whom hustles into the darkness. H2, I've just double-checked. While in darkness, without having dark vision, you are blinded, which means you're flat-footed. You're flat-footed in the sky. As he swings at you with a glaive. It's 28 to hit.
Oof.
That's probably a crit, huh?
Your AC is currently 20, reduced by 2. That is a crit.
Can I spend a hero point to make him reroll?
Not on attacks, unfortunately.
Ah, boo.
Just on spell saves. So you take 21 slashing damage as this guy just shears into you. As the other one, it'll hustle up just under you, Ist, and then with the glaive, just poke at you like a trying to knock leaves out of the gutter.
Okay, wicked.
That's a 22.
Oh, I misread. Yeah, that hits.
All right, I'll just roll this, and then a 19.
I thought that was the damage for a second. Christ. Yeah,
No,
19
no.
also hits.
Cool. So that I'll just roll both of them.
Okay.
As you take 13 slashing damage.
Alright.
Fantastic. H2, that is you.
Shoot. So if I'm blinded, what does that mean mechanically for me?
So you can't see. All terrain is difficult terrain. You can't detect anything using vision. You automatically critically fail perception checks that require you to see. If vision is your only precise sense, you gain a -4 status penalty to perception checks. You're immune to visual effects. Blinded overrides dazzled. So I would say this creature that is in front of you and has swung at you is counts as hidden from you, which is why you're flat-footed to it, because you can't see it, but you know it's there. So you could attempt to swing on him with a DC 11 flat check. You could make a perception check to try to listen and knock that down to concealed. But it would be a perception check with a -4
Uh,
against a DC of 15.
Suggestion.
Yes.
Well, you could hold your action, like ready and attack, and Mindy prepped Dispel Magic and
It's true.
get rid of the darkness.
You could even hold your whole turn until after Mindy.
Yeah, I think I'd like to do that.
Okay. You got the last word in this round, which means it's Mindy Melrose next.
Alrighty. I would like to, first of all, cast Spell Magic.
Fantastic. You can attempt to dispel the magic. You make a counteract check against his spell DC. No, against the DC of his spell, which is
Okay.
a second level spell, which means it's a DC 18 check.
What do I roll for that? Arcana?
Yeah, no, you would roll your spell attack, which is a +9.
Okay. Well, I got a 17 on the d20, so I think I passed.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, so 17 plus 8 is what, 25?
Something like that.
Yeah, 17
success.
plus 9 is a 26.
And a success on the roll means that you can counteract the target if its counteract level is no more than one level higher than your effect. Because it's a second level spell, and you cast a second level spell, it works.
Fuck yeah.
Mindy, what does it look like as you dismiss this unholy darkness?
I mean, I guess what it looks like, I'm guessing that there's like a window or something here that I could be looking out of.
Yeah, or like holes in the wall.
Yeah. What it looks like is just a quiet whisper and like whispering into her hands and then blowing it out through the hole in the wall. And with that breath...
actually, it is the caster's DC, not the spell DC. It was still a success.
Okay, cool. So she whispers the thematic elements of the spell into her hand and then blows it out the holes in the wall. And as she blows with her breath, the spell evaporates.
Like blowing out a birthday candle, but in reverse.
Nice.
You see Celdric Drelston turn his head to look at you as well through the holes in the wall, Mindy.
Great.
You are behind the wall, so if you'd like, you can take your final action to take cover, which
Yeah.
would allow you to get a bonus to AC.
So for Protective Ward, how do I do that? I can't use that on this turn anymore, right? Because I dispelled the magic on this turn?
Well, it's a spell,
Yeah.
so it's... No, actually, you could, because it's a one-action spell.
Okay.
So instead of taking cover, you could use your final action to activate Protective Ward, which is a 5-foot radius emanation around you, currently.
Mhm.
And every turn,
It gets
when
5
you
feet.
sustain the spell,
Yeah.
it increases by 5 feet.
Okay. Sounds good. So right now... Actually, how high up on the building are you, Ist? Are you more than 5 feet ahead?
Ist is like 7 or 8 feet out.
Yeah, I imagine
Ist
I'm
is
out
not
of
in
range.
your record.
Next turn.
Yeah. But you get a +1 to AC, so not too bad.
Which is exactly what I would get if I had ducked for cover, so...
So AC, not AC, H2. The darkness fades from your vision. You can now see clearly again in the dim, gray bleakness of the Gravelands. Standing before you is a skeletal Pathfinder, who, even now, after critting you, has less HP than you do.
So, this guy's skeletal. Is Dralston skeletal?
Dralston is not skeletal.
Okay, so what I'd like to do is I'd like to sudden charge. I'm gonna move here and then move here.
So you juke around the skeletal Pathfinder, ignoring the guy who just crit on you. You got bigger fish to fry.
Yep,
Charge straight for Celdric Dralston.
yep, exactly.
Okay.
And I'm going to swing on him with my greatsword.
Maybe in 2 turns I'll be able to help you.
He brings up a dagger and clashes against it. 17 will not hit.
I want to hero point that.
Cool. So it's a 16. Becomes a 26, which is a hit. And you deal 14 slashing damage to him, which that's a pretty good chunk.
And I still have 1 action left.
Okay.
which I'm going to use to swing on him again with a 20.
Holy shit, yeah, that'll hit. Dealing another 11 slashing damage. You are beating this dude into the dirt. He looks extremely hurt right now.
And that's my turn. So now
It's your turn.
he's going to go and probably wreck my shop, but
It is round 2. His field of undeath gives him 3 hit points back. He whips forward with his dagger and stabs at you. All these little gnats vying for my attention. You like duck back, and as you're ducking back, you see he throws up his hand, and it curdles with like black, unholy negative energy, and then he slaps himself on the chest with it.
Rip. That motherfucker just healed for 30.
oh my god.
Good grief.
He is back up nearly to full. Clerics.
Yep.
Clerics. Motherfucker cast harm on himself, but he's undead.
Mm-hmm. That is his turn. This Calmus is now.
Wow.
Okay. I'm gonna command Digsby. That's one.
All right, what's Digsby doing?
Let me do a real quick. Oh Jesus Christ! Your health.
Yeah.
It's broken.
H2 got crit on. It happens.
I'm gonna do a 2-action heal.
With that good healing juice.
Yeah.
It's 1d8 plus 8. But before you roll that, give me a DC 5 flat check.
It says rolling the dice. ...
Oh my.
There we go. It finally
Fantastic.
rolled.
So Calmus, you cast your heal on H2, I presume.
Do you want to roll the d8 or do you want me to roll?
Oh, is that an option?
It doesn't matter. I mean, it's not like there's not a rule about it. It's just someone has to roll the dice.
I'll roll it.
Nice!
That's
Love to
lucky.
get maximum heal.
Yeah.
And so as you cast the spell H2, you pull on the healing energy of your mystic druidic arts. You can feel a bit of resistance. More resistance than you've not a huge amount of resistance, but more than you have ever felt before, as it seems like this fallen cleric is exuding some sort of aura that makes even positive healing harder. You overcome it this time, but you don't know, there's a chance each time you do that you will just fail and not heal at all.
Interesting.
And so what is Digby doing?
Digsby is gonna go up and flank this guy and challenge.
So flanking would be, he would be on the other side of it.
Oh, well, let's see. He was here, I think.
Yes, so...
Oh, he could get to the other side.
Well, remember, he's in a building. He's got to walk around all these walls.
He can get into a position to do it, for sure.
But, yeah, he can move within this... with his actions.
Well, then I shouldn't have been able to move him where I did, because I moved him from, here. or here.
Mm-hmm.
How am I supposed to get out of this house?
There's a gap there. Oh, that house. I don't know.
No one stopped me that time.
Didn't notice. Sorry.
Yeah,
Notice.
he was here. So,
Yeah. The broken walls, you can clamber over them. Digby does have a climb speed. They're not like full walls, but they are they are still barriers because you can take cover behind them.
Okay. Well, I guess it looks like Digsby's going to use both his actions to just run again.
What?
That's kind of all I can do. So there we go.
There you go. Yes, that is you.
Me.
Alrighty, I'm gonna step and move further up this roof and out of poking range.
All right. Scrambling.
Yep, I've got steady balance. I'm used to climbing on roofs. As I look down, because one of my favorite things about biting words is I can continue doing it.
Hell yeah.
So that's a 23 to hit.
All right. You
For another
blast him.
17 points of sonic damage.
This is on Dralston.
Yep, this is on that motherfucker. As I continue to say, seriously, I think you get uglier by every passing second. I mean, this whole look is just not working for you. As I cast shield once again with my third action.
Will somebody kill that little thing?
Actually, that laugh is in character.
And the Skeletal Pathfinder that H2 left alone is going to do a backstep to get you out of its volley range and is going to fire short with longbow twice at Isk.
Fair enough.
It's a 13 and a 20.
The 13 misses, the 20 hits.
All right. Yes,
I
you
would
take
like-
5 piercing damage.
I will use the shield block reaction as part of the shield spell. I can't cast shield again for 10 minutes. The shield has hardness 5, so that negates that damage. I just now can't cast shield for a bit.
Your psychic shield catches it and shatters, but fully, deflects the arrow. You take no damage. Fantastic. Next is this other Skeletal Pathfinder, who's just going to start stabbing the wall to get to Mindy. So Mindy, you are not getting any cover from this wall because you did not take cover, but you do have the +1 AC from your protective aegis or protective ward. 14 and a 22.
So the 14 does not hit. The 22, unfortunately, I believe does, because I have currently 17 AC.
Mm-hmm. You have an 18, don't you? Because it's 16 plus 1 from mage armor and plus 1 from...
Oh, that's right. Yes, it is 18 numbers.
Thankfully, you do only take 3 slashing damage as it stabs at you through the wall. And then it is going to use its final action to set defense and set its glaive to defend the area around it, granting it attack of opportunity with its glaive. Mindy, that is you.
So I'm going to sustain my spell, which means that it gets to expand by
5 feet.
Yeah.
It's based on your token.
Oh, cool! I love that.
Ist, you now get a +1 to AC. Not quite to H2 yet.
Digsby does.
Digsby does.
And then, otherwise, I'm going to cast. I believe Shattering Gem is actually 2 actions.
Most spells are.
I'm going to cast Shattering Gem on H2.
Fantastic. As you do, the Skeletal Pathfinder slashes out at you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he has the attack of opportunity action. Attack of opportunity.
I thought attack of opportunity was just if I left his...
No, if you manipulate. Anything with the manipulate trait.
I didn't know that was
So
a thing.
it's a 24 to hit.
It hits.
You take 10 slashing damage.
Have I already done 3 actions? Can I not step away?
You could, no. These are your second and third action
you
to catch
sustained,
damage.
and then
Oh,
second
that's right.
and
Yeah,
third.
I sustained already. Well, fuck me. Okay, did I just take 10 points of damage?
You take 10 slashing damage.
Great.
How you looking, Mindy?
Down to 16.
We got a cool gem around H2.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Yeah. H2, that is you.
H2 rages with that hideous staticky sound.
The modem dial-up sound begins
Yes.
screeching through the air.
Yes. So, I've adjusted my temporary hit points and my AC, and I am going to lash out with my greatsword on Dralston, who should be flanked now, so that's fun for
him.
him.
He is now flanked.
I rolled a 12,
You did.
so I want to hero point that, because I'm pretty sure that doesn't hit.
It does not.
Yeah.
Even the flat-footed.
Yeah. So,
hero point spent, and then
21
There
is
we
better.
Woo! Look at that damage!
with 16 slashing damage.
Damn.
Holy shit. You swing. You swing for the fucking fences, boss.
Oh, that's right.
And
it's
you're
plus
raging.
6.
So that's 22. This dude is gone from being fine to being once more on death's door.
Does that damage roll include your rage damage?
No.
That's what takes it from a 16 to a 22.
Ah, my apologies.
And I still have another action,
You do.
which I am going to use to swing on him again with a Mighty Roar. 15.
Fortunately, 15 is close, but not quite enough. Incredible. Cool. Round 3 begins. You see, it's not been, I haven't described it so far, but, there's a battle raging on all around you. You see Gravelands swinging his sword, brandishing his holy symbol of Iomade. You see, Tomas the Skeletal, Mason, and a bunch of other villagers are, stabbing zombies with pitchforks and shit. It is Celdric Drelson's turn, and he says, fuck that, I'm getting out of here. Backs up, heals 3 hit points from his undead
escape?
aura.
I have no escape,
Fantastic.
so I'm going to follow that motherfucker.
His ass.
So he is going to then he's retreating and is forced once more to use his actions, which he would really love to use to hurt and kill you, just to keep himself alive. And that is it. He only heals 19 that time. Calamus, that is you.
I'll go after the one that's with Mindy and Digsby and do a Disrupt Undead.
Nice.
Cool. It makes a fort save, I believe. Yes. Cool.
Good damage
It
roll.
makes a fort save. Succeeds on the fort save, unfortunately.
Let's use a hero point to...
Okay. Just barely succeeds. Does still take 5 positive damage, which does hurt it. Does a third of its HP.
Chomp.
And for my last action, I guess I'll take cover. And
Okay.
Then, Digsby.
Well, you can command Digsby, or you can take cover.
Okay, I'll command Digsby to jump.
Yeah, because Disrupt Undead is 2 actions. Okay, that is not going to hit. But if Digsby had moved here, it would.
Okay, well Digsby can move and then attack, right?
He can indeed move and then attack. He moves, chomps. He deals 3 damage after overcoming its piercing resistance to his jaws. It's looking rough. This bag of bones has already become not exactly bloody, but those bones are splintery and not looking good.
I would like to know, how does a skeleton bleed?
Well, it doesn't, like I said.
Okay.
Its bones are looking cracking, and it's
I'd like to see him try to bleed, though.
You're just going to try really hard.
Just like...
I don't want to. I don't want to bleed. Stop it. Yes, that is you.
Alright, I've got my 3rd attack that I can do with Biting Words before the spell ends, so I'll do that first. Let's see if this one...
Oh wow.
Yeah, Biting Words is dope as hell. Because I'm casting it at level 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's my signature spell, which is how I get to upcast it. So that's
Cool.
10 sonic damage. Not as potent this go round, but, it is the end of it.
Absolutely. Just one last dig. It's good old Celdric Drelston.
Are you actually running away? Can't even deal with a chick with a sword? I mean, this is a whole new level of pathetic.
You're diminishing your own ally by saying that. I hope you understand.
Like H2 gives a shit what I say. As I cast Phase Bolt as my second attack, which I think I did do right. I did click the number 2 button, but I possibly didn't. If so, deduct the 5?
It did deduct it, yeah.
Sweet.
Wow, because you rolled a 19. So that would have been a crit if it had been your first attack.
Alas. I sent a little phase bolt at his way. Oh, wait. Oh, he doesn't have circumstance bonus. That's fine. Cool.
Crack. He is looking so hurt. This guy is doing his damnedest to stay alive and stay in this fight. But it is.
But that's my turn.
Fantastic.
I'm done.
All right, that is Ist. Next is the Skeletal Pathfinder, who's going to try to flank H2. He's not able to flank H2 in a way that matters because it is lower level than H2. But is going to swing. That was almost an 18 on the die. It was a 5 as a miss. Swings one last time. H2, you are surrounded, you are flanked, and you're just swinging your sword around, battering away this guy's glaive, keeping it ready and sharp for Seldrick Dralston. As this Skeletal Pathfinder is going to turn around and just stab. We're going to stab once at Mindy, and then once at Digsby, and then once at Mindy.
Oh, good. I'm gonna use my next turn to step out of the fucking way.
Yeah. So it's a nat 1 on Mindy.
It missed
but a 20 on the die, 20 total on Digsby, which is going to hit. Digsby takes 3 slashing damage as this guy's just swinging, and this guy did not set his lance, and thus does not have attack of opportunity this round.
Cool. I'm still gonna step backwards. Maintain my spell so it gets bigger by 5 feet again.
I will say, Mindy, you would know that these guys have glaives, which are reach weapons, which means stepping backwards does not get you out of range.
Fuck. Okay, well then I'm not gonna bother. So I can actually use a spell this turn instead. I'm gonna cast Magic Missile at a 2nd level spell.
So that's you're gonna roll three more darts because it's 2nd level, so there's an extra dart per action, and you're spending 2 actions on it.
Perfect. Oh shit! I have that. It's a new day. I also have the Wand of Manifold Missiles.
The Wand of Manifold Missiles.
Can I use this to cast at 2nd level today? Yeah.
The Wand of Manifold Missiles can only cast at the level that you got it at.
God damn it. Okay, never mind then.
I mean, that's just the way that wands work.
No, that makes total sense. I didn't know that yet. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna. So you said to cast to do how many more missiles?
You need to roll three more D4 plus 1,
Okay.
and you can decide where they go.
Each of the D4s gets +1.
Yeah.
Cool. D4, 3 plus 1. Okay, so I got 2 4s and a 1. So I'm gonna
Cool.
put.
So it's a 5, and a 2.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put one of the 5s in this guy, and then the rest of it into the guy that's attacking H2.
Oh, fantastic. So you deal 12 damage to Seldrick Dralston, who's like, "You're fools. You're just delaying the inevitable. Yes, you're doing well, but look at how many." And like he looks around, and the other like militiamen are doing pretty well, because they're all pulling from the supplies you got and hucking holy water and ghost charges and bottled sunlight.
Oh, that's right. We have that stuff too.
You do, and they're spending it with abandon to fight this battle. And he goes, "Oh, for fuck's!" And then 3 magic missiles strike him.
2 hit him. One of them hits the other guy. Oh, did he die? Never mind. All 3 of them hit him.
Yeah, because you fired 4.
Oh, that's right.
1 hit this guy, the other 3 hit this guy,
Nice.
and they killed him.
Get wrecked.
Wrecked indeed.
What does it do?
What is it? What?
I say, what does that do? What do we get here?
Oh, well, the animating force of this undead host is now dead, and they scatter.
Yeah.
Woo!
Hell yeah.
So glad we focus fired.
Indeed, yeah. The skeletal pathfinders all flee. The day has been won. Seldrick Dralston is slain in the village square, and the rest of his forces are rout. The people here are lucky that such powerful heroes came to save the day, though it was not a battle free from casualties.
Oh, no.
As you see, among the shattered undead, wielding his mason's hammer and protecting one of the groups of huddled civilians, lies Tomas the skeletal mason.
Oh no.
Wow.
And he's already gone.
Oh yeah, it seems a lot of the skeletal and undead citizens of Steadfast were kind of focused on, almost like vindictively, by Steldrick Ralston's forces.
That's unfortunate. Well,
but Sir Cray tends to the wounded. Says, "You have wow, I didn't expect it to go so well. And you brought us so many supplies. We were able to bolster our defenses with all of those anti-undead weaponry. This could have been a much, much bloodier day, and it is not because of you."
we're happy to help. Give a little salute. I want to loot this guy's body.
He has a bag of holding type 1.
Excellent.
Bearing a stylized monogram with the letter C and the letter S intertwined.
I'm just going to sort of put that bag of holding on my belt. Well, I'm going to go through it first, but...
Inside there are map-making tools, a volume detailing the legends of the forest surrounding something called the Dark Watchtower, a sullied copy of The Bones Land in a Spiral, which is a Pharasman holy text, and about 50 silver pieces, along with a wayfinder.
All right. So I take all his stuff, obviously.
He also has in his robes a folded parchment that is a portion of the map of enclaves and towns hidden away in the Gravelands.
Excellent.
Oh, yeah.
I relay this to my party as I tie this dead, he's a cleric? Or is he a necromancer?
He was a cleric.
Okay, he was a cleric.
Well, he was a cleric of Pharasma, the goddess of death.
Yeah, is he the one that was Claudette's partner, like husband?
Yes.
Yeah. Bindi, you
this is
definitely want to keep the bag.
I'll put it inside of another bag for right now. Maybe I'll return it to Claudette. Wait, Claudette is the Pathfinder that we were sent here by, right?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still gonna tie it to my waist, but I'll give it back to her when we get home.
Mm-hmm.
I look directly at Ist and go, well, to the spoils go the winner. Or rather, to the winner goes the spoils, even. Fuck. That's in character, all of it.
I am carefully getting down off a roof, being all of 3 foot tall, while pretty significantly injured.
H2 helps.
Uppies.
Oh, shit.
Oh, down.
Sir,
Down.
Uppies.
down he said, pick me up, put me down. That's a Wayne Radio TV joke.
I love the
Anyway.
visual of H2 like putting one of her hands up for Ist to just because of how tall she is.
I love her.
Mm-hmm.
My tall wife.
I'll just slide down the apex of the roof into H2's waiting arm. Sweet.
That's adorable.
Sir Cray looks over the dead and injured, steadily growing angrier. He says,
Okay.
that
I'm gonna
Ivory
make.
Reaper wasn't the only...
I'm gonna make my way over to him as I see him getting angry.
That Ivory Reaper wasn't the only threat in the area. If he won't be back, the Knights of the Dark Watchtower will be. We should bring the battle to them. I plan...
We should not do that.
I grab hold of the front of his tabard and I'm just like, what did I say to you like 8 hours ago?
you show him again all of the insurmountable proof that while he tries to talk about like how you're so powerful, you defeated that ivory reaper with such ease. It surely couldn't. And but you're like, no, this guy was not the toughest guy here. Those knights are going to be a much bigger deal to deal with. And he, fine. At the very least, then, folk of your strength and my own will be able to keep the caravan safe for its return to Caliphus.
Much better use of your skills, Sir Cray. Knights of Last Hall have lost quite enough.
You are worth more alive than dead.
He look into the distance. You see, like, on the horizon, that tower, and he says, "But I will come back someday. I will lay my brothers to rest. They deserve that."
Right.
But
Get this caravan packed up.
And so, yes, you get the caravan packed up. All of the people here work together, and with the dangers and path that you just followed fresh in your mind, the trip back to Caliphus is not easy, but at least quick and you know, a thing that you're capable of doing without an enormous amount of difficulty. And soon enough, by sundown, you are back in Caliphus. Because, again, it wasn't a very long trip. It's just a deeply dangerous place.
Yeah.
And venture captain Evnie Zognos vows to reach out to her Ustalavic contacts and help each and every citizen of Steadfast find a new home and a job, as well as provide those who have expressed interest in joining the society a path to membership. Many people, having seen Claudiette's work as well as your own valor in battle, were very inspired, and there will be a large crop of Ustalavic Pathfinders going into their training soon enough. Claudiette, meanwhile, dedicates herself to training new recruits from among Steadfast's population under Evnie's watchful eye, lauding you as heroes in her eyes and the eyes of every refugee of Steadfast. You did manage to find 5 map fragments, which was the number, and thus the Horizon Hunters are very happy with you. Were we tracking reputation for each of these, which is a thing that you do in Pathfinder Society play normally? You have like a reputation meter with each of the various factions of the society. You would have gained reputation with them, as well with the Radiant Oath. Additionally, you have fulfilled both your primary and secondary objectives, destroying Cedric Joust and his forces, and maintaining at least 5 supplies remaining at the end of the adventure. I'll tell you, if you had less than 8, for every point you had less than 8, you would have greatly increased the number of casualties in the Battle of Steadfast.
Mm.
Hell yeah, go team.
Go team.
And so, we find you in the Vodavani Lodge in the midst of all of this chaos and like, it was like a deathly quiet place when you arrived, and now it is full of life and movement of all these happy survivors. And I believe there are perhaps some questions that wanted to be asked.
Mindy, what's your perception, Mindy?
What's my perception?
Yeah.
7.
Okay. I want to see if you notice me moving up next to you. I think you do.
No.
I think it's like so. No.
No, because your DC is 17.
Oh,
Yeah.
the DC 17. So
So
yes,
you
I do
just
notice you.
you notice me coming up, sidling up next to you. So do you want to talk about it, or would you like us to continue pretending?
I don't particularly care to speak about it, but I will if you must ask.
Why are you making it sound like I'm an awful person for asking you about something that seems to make you sad?
I mean, I look over, like, across the city to where the burnt out husk of the home that I lived my entire life up until the point it burned down in. I just sort of look towards where I know my house to be, and I say, like, yeah. I mean, okay, remember when we were walking out of town and I saw that, and there was off in the distance that, you know...
Uh-huh.
Look.
Yeah, I was there.
I left Ustalav, or rather, I left Caliphus for a reason. You heard the... She clearly really doesn't want to talk about this. She doesn't know where to start.
Look, Mindy, I get grief, alright? Like, if you did something you're ashamed of...
Are you accusing me of
so-
burning down my family home?
No.
Well,
I would...
I mean,
Like,
good.
You're talking about leaving like it was a bad thing.
I mean, I don't know. I was
Don't
supposed
ascribe
to...
motivations to me based on your own preconceptions.
All right, fair enough.
Look, this place clearly has a lot going on for you. Like, this is where you grew up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I don't quite understand. Like, there's a whole bunch of, like, knockoff perfumeries using your family name. And there was one of your relatives at that tower. And if there's something we can do to make this place easier for you to come back to, or write something to make it feel less like...
I do want to find out what's going on with the perfumeries. As the eldest child, I was raised to take over the perfume business, and seeing it in the hands of those who would do it harm is not... Like that garlic... Like, what on earth? I would like to deal with that before we leave. And find out who on earth is making these decisions.
I mean, H2 didn't get bitten by a vampire, so to that extent, it did work.
Yeah, she smells
I know
really,
you can't prove a negative.
really gross.
That's fucking rude. I like the smell of garlic, frankly. But let's
It's good
get
for
the
food,
others.
but as a perfume?
It looks
it's not-
nonplussed as to why you wouldn't enjoy smelling like raw garlic. Because goblin.
Because goblin.
It's
Yeah.
This is fucking great. Garlic is delicious.
Mindy looks equally bewildered by why you would like raw garlic as a smell.
Look, you did my family a solid back at the playhouse.
Oh.
I'm happy to do the same for you.
Mindy does give a little smile, and she's looking down at us like, oh, look at you.
What the fuck is that face? Fuck off.
Well, if you'd like to
Look,
come visit...
We work together. I don't want it to be like this weird sense of obligation between us.
Okay. Yeah.
H2?
H2 looks over at Ist and Mindy and says to Mindy, "You do not have to let memories bind you."
I appreciate
I was just going to ask if you wanted to come threaten somebody. That was much more poetic than I was expecting.
Aw.
I do not let memories weigh me down. I do not have many of them.
I give H2 a pat on the shoulder.
Calamus, do you and Digby want to come threaten somebody?
Yeah, sure. Pulls out a spike from their body.
Incredible.
Calamus is
for
a
that?
feral little cactus, mate.
I love
want
Calamus.
them to have the choice to threaten somebody.
You guys rule.
Yeah.
You guys are such good friends to my girl.
All right. So what does this look like?
It's a great question. Ist, you're taking the lead on this, it looks like. So what does this look like?
Right. So the situation, all these Malorosa, they were like various stalls, like
Yeah.
stuck around the city, right? Well, we need to find like the
Yeah, like carts.
yeah. But is there still like a main shop?
No. You look around the town. You ask around the town, and it seems that the actual brick and mortar stores have been closed up. They say to save on operating costs.
All right. So where did and I talked to like if you find one of the cart vendors, then she's like, where do you make the product?
Oh, well, give me a diplomacy check.
Okay.
Mindy is glaring from like the back of the group at this fucking
It's a 16.
knockoff dealer of my family's products.
No, I'll hero point it. I'm not lying at the moment, which is arguably my better skill. Hey, that's a 24.
Nice.
Better. Oh, most of it we just mix it in the wagon. We've all got little crafting tables in here. Though they all do need the Melorosa essence, which we get in shipments from the boss.
Who's the boss? Look, I think what you guys have got going here is pretty incredible. And you know what a franchise is, yeah?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm a franchisee.
Exactly. I knew you looked like a perceptive, intelligent businessman. Can you tell me where to find your boss? Because obviously I don't want to be mooching into your turf, but if I can get a piece of this action to take home with me, who do I speak to?
Sure. Minnie, what was the name of the head of staff at your family's estate?
Oh my god. Well, Elric Bard. We'll go with that. Barde. Not a bard.
Yes.
Historical family, maybe a bard.
Yeah, that's Mr. Bard. He's got a townhouse on the outskirts of the city.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. And I will give him a gold for his trouble.
Oh, thank you kindly.
Mindy is standing at the back of our adventuring party, fuming.
Mhm.
All right. Well, judging by the look on your face, Mindy, I assume you know who that is.
The old head of household. The head of staff, he was... He practically raised me and my sister. I don't... Let's go find out what he wants. Let's go find out what he's doing. I have a bone to pick with him. I crack my knuckles. Actually,
Do they
no,
even crack?
No, I slap my staff into my hand like I'm about to go beat him to death with my fucking wizard staff.
Incredible. Well, yeah, you know where that townhouse is. The feller told you.
Mm-hmm.
You head off to it.
I'm gonna say it's this one. Drawn a star here.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, it's modest. It's no ancestral family mansion. But he certainly seems like he's done well for himself.
I'm gonna walk
Knock,
right up
knock,
and knock
knock.
on the door. Yep.
There's a gate in front of the door. It's like a gated front yard.
Is it locked?
There is a bell though.
Cool. I'm gonna ring the bell, I guess.
The front door opens and a sort of valet-looking fellow steps out, walks over to the gate and says, "Hello, how may I help you?"
Hello. My name is Melinda Melorosa. I'm here to see Mr. Bard.
Okay, I will inform him that Melinda Melrosa is here to see him. The guy turns around, walks back inside.
How are we playing this, Mindy?
I don't know. Let's see what he says when he sees me.
Is there a way to go around back?
Yeah, it's probably like an alleyway or something.
Okay, I'm gonna go around back and make sure the dude isn't climbing out a window.
Sure. Yeah, you do not see any window climbing happening.
Okay,
Good instinct.
cool.
Good call, though, yeah.
After about 10 minutes, the valet steps back out and walks up and says, "I apologize. but the master of the house says he has no time for dead people.
I'll show him dead.
I've summoned my mage hand to keep the front door of the house open.
Uh-huh.
Just so it can't be closed while we're having this conversation.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's on, the door is behind him.
Yeah.
And he has walked out into the yard to talk to you.
Yeah. But I'm just making it so that when he retreats to the door.
But in
Sure.
theory, we could push past him and go through the
Oh,
door.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's only a waist-high gate.
Yeah,
This is
I'm gonna say, well, he'd better make time for this one. And I am simply going to walk into this man's home.
You hop the fence.
Yeah. My skirt gets stuck on it. It's a whole ordeal.
Mhm. I must warn you that if you persist in this, I will have no recourse but to summon the god.
I'm going to pull out my Wayfinder before she threatens. And she's like, this is Pathfinder business.
That is a compass.
It's a Wayfinder, you ignorant piece of shit. Oh my god. H2, can you talk to the valet, please, as I follow Mindy towards the house?
Yeah, H2 looks at the valet and kind of flexes her kitty cat claws a little bit. And I want to use Intimidating Glare to just glare this guy down. So I don't even have to verbally try to intimidate this dude.
Sure. Give me a
Fuck
roll.
yes!
Hell
Holy shit,
yes.
H2.
Hell yes.
He looks down at the claws, looks up at you, unlocks the gate and opens it, and then he walks out of it and begins to walk down the street.
I would like to tackle this dude to the ground.
God.
God.
I love you, H2.
Okay. He's not. He was just walking. He opened the door for you and then left.
I don't know if he was going to get the guard. That was what I assumed.
Yeah, that's
Perhaps.
what I'm assuming too, because he's, H2 is assuming he's a man of his word.
I am being assaulted. Will somebody please call the god? I am being attacked.
It's rough.
My
buddy.
master's home is being ransacked by ruffians.
Okay. What's happening inside?
You walk inside. It's a nice place. Beautiful place.
Furnished with my family's stolen money.
Perhaps there is a painting on the wall of the Melorosa family. The mother, the father, the two sisters. Next to it is a larger painting of Elric Bard. And you hear the crackling of a fire in a study, which you walk past, and you find him sitting in his own study, sitting by the fire in a nice plush armchair. He is kind of a tall and lithe man, older in his late 50s, but still looking well for himself because he's wealthy and has access to healing magics and stuff. He looks up and he says, "Well, this is not a very good way to conduct things."
And is franchising out the family perfumery business a way of handling things?
Well, considering that both of the owners of the Melorosa Aromatics Company were tragically killed, along with one of their daughters, and their other daughter was mysteriously fled into the night. I am no master alchemist. I must do what I can to keep the business afloat. I have no Melorosa scion by my side to keep it working properly, and thus compromises must be made.
Well, as the remaining Melorosa child, I have returned to reclaim my ownership over the business, and I will be conducting it via
Now that is interesting.
mail. I look down at Ist like, am I doing the right thing here? Like, I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm raising an eyebrow at this guy.
I don't know. It is unusual for me to think that you would have any care for it now, considering you abandoned it those years ago.
Years.
What?
Like 2? Like 2 years, maybe?
Have you lost count of the time?
Have you?
No, I keep my logbooks well maintained. Mindy, you've been in Pathfinder for a while.
Oh, I thought I'd only been a Pathfinder for like a year or two. That's why I'm only level 3.
No, it takes a while to become
Okay.
It takes a while to become a Pathfinder.
Got it.
It takes like a couple of years of training to become a Pathfinder.
I see. You don't just get to show up like, I'm trained already, give me tasks.
No.
Cool.
There's it was your first mission, not your first mission, but like one of your very first missions was the vault of the thing.
Yeah.
You've been gone for like 4 or 5 years.
I see. I was unaware of that. I thought I'd only been gone for like 1 or 2. Well,
even still.
never mind then.
that
Pretend I didn't say that thing before about it being 2 years. I, the player, was under a misconception.
Yeah.
You understand I couldn't stay.
I do not understand any such thing. To have you here is in your sister's clothes, using your sister's name.
Ist is just like looking at Mindy now, like,
And demanding something that you left to lie fallow. I do not understand why you are so upset, Isidra.
Do you know what they're doing to my family name out there? I'm like straight up not addressing anything that he just said. Is like, do you know what they're doing to my family name with your franchising business idea?
Keeping it alive.
Fine. I can't pull Pathfinder rank on this man, can I?
He's not a Pathfinder.
Cool. Didn't think so.
He's a business owner.
He's a business owner, you know.
If you wish to file a complaint within the Caliphis Business Association, I suppose we could bring it to court, but again, I do not understand. You left me with little choice.
Suppose I did. Thank you for this wonderful conversation.
You do hear outside a teeny little whistles, little airy little silver whistles. Doot 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 doot.
Is that what their cop cars sound like? Sorry, their cop wagons, paddy wagons.
No, it's just what the town guard like whistle as they're coming. They're on foot.
I see.
Plus they're hard.
An extremely quiet. Wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo. Shit, the Papa's on the way.
Little silver whistles. As H2, you see like a group of town guardsmen coming around the corner.
I'm going to stand up and say, was there anything salvageable from the family home?
I believe you would be the one who knows. There was nothing left when I got there.
There was little left for me as well. I apologize for my anger. I've been away for too long. Thank you for keeping the family name alive while I've been gone. I had been assuming there was some sort of foul play. But no, simply economics and capitalism.
Mindy, give me a perception check.
Sure. 13.
He nods and he says, "Never would I wish ill upon the family I served so dutifully for so many years."
I know this.
Can I do like a spot hidden? Oh, that's Cthulhu. Can I do something like while this conversation's going on? I'm just like looking around the room. I suppose it's like
Yeah.
I suppose it's an insight check.
it would-
oh, is it sense
it would
motive?
be
There we go. That's what I was trying
sense
to
motive,
remember.
which is a perception check.
Yeah. Sorry, just like I play so many systems and go cross-eyed as I try to remember which mechanic is which. That's a 24, baby.
Nice.
Okay.
Probably a lot more perceptive than
this
Mindy is
guy-
right now.
Indeed, this guy is not telling you everything, and he is not as sad about what happened as he's saying.
Did this motherfucker murder my family?
No. I
Sounds
doubt
like
that.
maybe this motherfucker murdered your family.
Ist could not say that for sure. There's maybe more going on here than you think. But H2, are you fighting these guards, or what are you doing?
And what's Calamus doing too?
What is Calamus doing in all of this?
Calamus is not sneaky.
You don't need to be. You're just on a city street.
Yeah. Y'all are just waiting around outside while the guard shows up because fucking H2 tried to beat a guy up.
I didn't
What
try
can
to
I-
beat a guy up. I just tried to detain him.
Just knocked him to the ground and stepped on him.
Some people would pay for that.
I feel like Calamus alone doesn't necessarily have the same intimidation as H2, so I might go ahead and do animal for him.
You're just hanging out as an animal.
To what end? Are you like trying to scare away the guards, or?
I mean, yeah, I've assumed that's what H2, what's your plan here, I guess, is what Calamus would want to know. Like, are we gonna fight?
So H2's thought is we're just distracting the guards to keep the guards away from the house. So
Oh. Well, then in that
Lead him on a
case-
merry little chase.
yeah. So I scruff the guy and toss
Yeah.
him aside and
Mhm.
puff up my chest and say to the guards, "You cannot catch me."
I was gonna suggest something too, but we could also do that.
What were you going to
incredible.
suggest?
I mean, it's fine. We can do that, and then I don't know how I can help though, so I guess I'm just standing there twiddling my thumbs. I don't really have anything.
Yeah, I mean, you could just back off and like see how things go.
Yeah.
But I guess H2 is running away.
I'm not running away.
Uh,
I'm running through the guards to like hopefully get them like
Give me an athletics check.
yeah.
Fucking
28.
hell.
Good grief.
Yeah, you just streak off. It's like a group of like 4 guards. 2 of them do go after you, and 2 of them kind of hustle up onto the steps and say, "Mr. Bard, is everything all right in there? We have reason to believe that you're being assaulted." And Elric Bard says,
Can I turn into a rat
"Yeah, sure."
Chomp.
and crawl across their feet noticeably?
Sure.
I'm trying to freak them out.
Oh, a rat. It's Ustalov.
It's Ustalov. Rats are common enough that I have one as a pet.
Just another day in Caliphis with the rats just coming up to you and taking food out of your pockets.
The rat flips them off and turns into a cactus.
Holy shit. Elric looks at you, Mindy, or Isidra, and says, "My dear, it seems that your friends are laboring under a number of misapprehensions and perhaps are getting themselves into legal hot water."
That, So Mindy isn't aware that this guy is, like, not on the up and up, and so
No.
she's immediately like, oh, that is...
Yeah. Hey, Zach. While this conversation's going on, I have glean contents as a feat. Are any of these logbooks out on the desk?
No, this is like more, I guess I said it was a study.
You did. That was my thought.
Yeah. Yeah, give me a society check to glean contents and like decipher writing from a distance.
Sure. I have a thing I want to do, but I'm debating about if it's worth doing. Big money, no whammies. That's a dirty 20.
Okay, what are you looking for?
This guy is shady. I've gotten that much. And I guess I'm not expecting there to be incriminating evidence, but I'm like looking around the study at what's on his desk. Like, is there anything that would maybe help Mindy see that this guy is less than forthright? Because, yeah, I can just say it, but she's clearly emotional right now. And the fact that she's kind of been lying to all of us, well, no, that's not fair. Anyone can choose to change their name, but she's using her dead sister's name and dressing like her dead sister, and that's kind of weird.
Maybe a little, yeah.
There's a story there.
There's a story there.
And apparently Ist is the one being out of line by asking questions, which they have a lot more of now.
Ist isn't being out of line. Mindy just doesn't want to answer.
No, I get it. Yeah, but Mindy is acting like Ist is being out of line. I mean, I don't want to talk about it. Like, you're rude for asking a question.
Okay, so here's here's what you learn.
Okay.
And I'm going to need Mindy's help.
Yeah.
It's not a thing that you'll be able to take advantage of right now because you don't know enough to know that it's semi-incriminating. But you do see some correspondence on his desk, some like ledgers that he was like writing in, detailing that a large number of the financial stake of Melorosa Aromatics is invested in by another Ustalavic house who were historically antagonistic and rivals to the Melorosas. But you don't know that. So Ist doesn't know that one of Mindy's family enemies is bankrolling the current Melorosa Aromatics company.
Can I make a pitch to you two?
Mm-hmm.
Mindy did rattle off a whole list of heraldry when we were kicking around outside the watchtower. Were there any she was like, oh, these guys fucking suck. You know, my family have had beef with their family for fucking ever.
I could absolutely have done so.
Perhaps, well, if they were there.
Yeah, if they were
roll
there.
a d20.
Who rolls the d20, me or Sam?
Whoever. Decide amongst
Go on,
yourselves.
Sam. Roll the d20.
I'll roll a d20.
Nat
20! Sorry, I just blew my mic out real bad, but hey!
That was a nat 20. It was a DC 17 flat check for them to have been in the same tower, which means that is a success, which means that they were.
Which means that I did say something along the lines of like, then there's these fuckers.
Mm-hmm. And who is that house?
Who are these bastards? Sam, give us a name.
Oh shit, I have to give them a name. God damn it.
Just a family name.
Stop making me name stuff. I'm not good at it.
It's fun.
We're in your family. We're in your spot. This is your part of the time.
I am. All these names suck. Remind me the sort of
Romanian. It's Romanian, like
Romanian. Transylvania. There's almost certainly you can just look up Ustalav name generator.
All right. Let's go with Mirisanu.
Sure. House Mirisanu. Long time rivals and foes of House Melorosa have a significant stake and are doing significant business through the Melorosa Aromatics Company.
All right. Remembering, because Ist always finds it funny when Mindy gets pissy about stuff, so it sticks in her mind.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
So while this guy, Mr. Bard, is being all smarmy at Mindy, I'm going to use my mage hand so I don't have to personally, so I can stay in this guy's eye line. And using mage hand, I want to steal some of this correspondence off the desk.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
Give me a sleight of hand check.
That's a 25 on the thievery check. Being a little bastard is clearly what this character was designed to do.
I love your little bastard so much. I'm also very excited to draw a bunch of shit from this episode.
Mm-hmm. But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
just take like the
So you have it.
and because of my because I am the distant grasp, I can carry up to one bulk with my mage hand. I'm not gonna, but I want to be clear. I can grab a bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah. And so you do.
I was sort of like my mage hand sort of reaches to the desk, grabs a bunch of stuff, and sort of sidles round out of sight, low to the ground, and then like crawls up my back like Thing from the Addams Family, and just shoves all these papers into my backpack.
Incredible. Hopefully he doesn't notice this being at a much higher vantage point than you are.
Well, she rolled a 25.
It's true. She did roll a 25.
I'm good at this.
Yes.
All right. I think once I've got that,
but you do know that the longer you like tarry here, the higher a chance of you all being arrested.
Yeah. As after I've done that, I was like, look, Mindy, this guy clearly is just trying to do right by a family he worked for. Like the portraits out in the hallway and everything. Mr. Bard, most kind of you. I may be in contact at a future date for seeking out franchise options within Absalom for Melorosa Perfumery. Do you have any kind of application process?
Generally, it is myself reaching out to prospective business partners.
You saying you do not want to set up a franchise in the greatest city in the world?
I did not say that. Only that I did not have a standard application procedure. But please write me when you return home, and we will begin the process.
I'll do that. Prospective businessman to prospective business person.
Of course. He nods.
Thank you for your time, Mindy. Let's go before H2 makes some friends.
All right.
Yeah.
On our way out, I sort of
the guards are like
pause in front of the
guards. You ask like.
I pause in front of the.
Yeah, because there's guards at the door who are like, "What's going on?" And they got like their truncheons out, and Bard says, "It was merely a misunderstanding, my good gentlemen. Please allow them to leave unmolested."
I will say high praises of the readiness and responsiveness of the Ustalav local guard. Very impressive response time, gentlemen. Very respectful. Very respectful.
Thank you for your service, both of you.
They got a nod confusedly. H2, you're across the city, and those guys have run out of steam.
Good for
nice.
I love H2.
I go back to the lodge to meet up with everybody.
Yeah, we'll ask Callus. Just like, Callus, where's H2?
Yeah, it's like we walk out and H2 is just fucking gone. We're like, Calamus, what the fuck? Where did they go?
They just ran that way.
Well, hopefully they're waiting at the lodge when we get back. And then they are.
Incredible. And then they are. And you, so you all return to the Vodavani Lodge, which is quite a bit of a kerfuffle. Thankfully, you narrowly escaped getting arrested and causing an international incident.
Woo!
Oh yeah.
Pathfinders storming.
Pathfinders don't have diplomatic
citizens.
immunity.
Yeah, we don't have diplomatic
No,
immunity.
they have the opposite. They have diplomatic scrutiny.
Oh no!
At every turn, Pathfinders are in active danger of losing access to various countries if they don't play nice in them.
I see.
They really need to do a refresher on that aspect of pathfinding with us. But yeah, once I'm going to wait till we're back at home base because I do not trust Mindy to just march right back to that guy's place.
Because I will.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm waiting.
All right.
Well, so you return. Everly Zargnas welcomes you back, and she says, "Oh, by the way, I've received some correspondence from Sebnet Sensorcot over in the Nexus House. Apparently, they have located Elirehaz mansion and are prepared to mount an expedition.
hell yes.
So we're on our way there, huh? Can't wait to help Alira, huh?
Are you alright? Do you need like a mint or something? Like some chamomile tea?
I would love some chamomile tea. Thank you so much.
Okay.
As
So she goes and makes you some tea.
if Mindy goes with her, I will like say to H2 and Calamus, so you know that whole business with that guy that Mindy ended up talking to? He's like
The whole house we just stalled at?
Yeah. So turns out that guy, the old butler or whatever, he's in cahoots with like Mindy's family's rivals to bankroll the business. Also, like Mindy's name wasn't originally Mindy. She's like stolen her dead sister's name and whole identity apparently. Fucking weird.
Way to just sort of throw that out there.
This feels like, information we should not have known.
There was no attempt to hide it from me, so why would I want to hide it from you?
Noted.
She was kind of hoping the guy wouldn't notice.
The one person who would know for sure?
So the initial intent was that when the healers pulled her out of the fire, she told them that she was her sister. So when they healed her with like specific facial features of her sister. Like, you know, the pattern of her freckles or whatever. But she's still like several inches shorter than or taller than her sister was. So it should be like a little harder to tell them apart, but also like, yeah. Her voice is the same too. So like he would notice, but like there is some effort to conceal it in terms of like,
For sure.
yeah.
And okay. I might have played that slightly differently. I would not have he would still have recognized you.
I figured.
And it didn't we talked the details of this and I don't remember any of that.
That's fair. That was sort of part of the initial character concept because I based her off of a character from Ace Attorney who like anyways, not important. But
that is one of the most Sam sentences to happen on this podcast.
Sorry, let me get even more Sam. She's based off of an Ace Attorney character that I roleplayed on Tumblr when I was like 13 and 14.
Been there.
So
Been there.
Yeah.
Regardless, Ist feels fully content to reveal to the people she hangs out with on the regular who have to trust Mindy.
Yeah.
Is the thing. And also chaos. So of course
chaos.
She's gonna tell H2 and Calamus, hey, so Mindy's got even more baggage than we kind of realized. And I'm not going to stop calling her Mindy, but also, unless she wants me to, but.
That's a conversation for a later date. I'm sure we're going to have lots of conversations about this in our as we move forward.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm so excited that.
With the cat's out of the
bag.
I also refuse to be the only person in character knowing this information. I, Jade, am too much of a drama llama to not want H2 and Calamus to be in on the loop. Secrets are boring, unless they're not. My secrets are great, and I will protect people. Other people's secrets are fair game.
Cool, thanks.
And so, as Mindy sucks down a piping cup of chamomile tea, Ist just lays it all out. And across the city, little wagons with the Mellow-Rosa family aromatics company stamped on them do their business. We leave it for now because there's not much we can do when there's a friend in need in Nex.
Hi, it's August, and I just wanted to thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed us, please consider leaving a rating on your podcast platform of choice, telling your friends about us, or tweeting about us using the FTLcast hashtag. We are also part of a nonprofit podcasting guild called Standing Stones Productions. We do a variety of shows, including The Room Where It Happened and Dumb Kids Playing Hero, 2 actual play shows, and a Steven Universe discussion podcast called Gay Space Rocks. We also do live streams at twitch.tv/StandingStonesProd. You can keep up with everything that we do on Twitter at Stones_standing. Unfortunately, Standing Stones was already taken. Your support means a lot. Thanks again!